3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Fernando Rivera Jr. here, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-convict. I don't know why they say ex. Not like, anyway. Yeah. And welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show, because it is just that, a shit show. And I always get amped up and excited when I'm on here. Today we're going to have a little fun. I've talked about this before, but I got to talk about it again because it rings so true. Just like the title. Why is this so true? See the picture? You know, chubby, blue-haired, angry liberal in a blonde, hot conservative, waving a flag all happily. I'm just saying it's been like that for a long time, and longer than I thought, actually. I thought this was in the last 5-8 years. But I found this video that's 16 years old that does a comparison. So I was like, really? And someone in it, so, well, not surprised because she's actually pretty good looking at her age right now. And I watch her, not every night, but I watch her. But it's interesting. 16 years old. Anyway, I'll show you in a second. Not the female. I'm talking about the video. Talking about what I want to talk about today, because we're having fun. Like I said, no politics, no breaking news, as I always say. This is not the place for breaking news, but if you haven't heard it, then I guess it's breaking to you. But if you want to hear breaking news, you want to hear updates on non-biased shit show bullshit, this is the guy to listen to, ex-conservative, ex-military, current conservative, but he gives you both sides. The bottom line, as he says, check him out, get notified. A great guy to follow and stay away from the liberal crap and mainstream media. But anyway, let's get to it. 16 years old. This video, not the female. I gotta repeat. Just saying. But check this out. I love this shit. 16 years ago. Nothing new. Did you notice? You know, I know who they all are. I'm not even sure if that's inaccurate anymore. But did you see one on there? Laura Ingraham? Holy shit! Laura! I'm just saying. 16 years ago. I mean, like I said, she's still attractive today. You know, she's older than me, because I am kind of old. But damn! That little pic of her? Holy shit, Laura Ingraham. I'm just saying. But yeah. Anyway, 16 years ago. When I saw this, I was like, holy shit, 16 years ago? And you could already tell back then the difference? Apparently. But anyway, I also saw this video from Tim Pool. I believe this is 8 months old. It's going to be quick because it's pretty long, but I wanted to just point out the first thing that he said and then get to the next video, which is very interesting. After that, the video after that is 2 years old. I'm telling you, this is what we're talking about today. There's a difference. Huge, not just mentally, because they're stupid on the other side, but I'm just saying. But check this out.
In a new report that is shocking to no one, Post Millennial reports liberal women lonelier, more unhappy than conservative counterparts. Yeah, literally no one's surprised by that. Only 12% of liberal women between the ages of 18 and 40 reported feeling satisfied with their lives, compared to 37% of conservative women who said they felt the same way.
That says a lot. Like I said, it's a video. It's about 8 months old, like I said. Look it up if you want. It's Tim Pool. It's a study, not people talking shit. Now, this next video, it's about 3-4 minutes long. Very interesting. AI involved. It's 2 years old, like two genders. But check this out. I'm just saying, it kind of makes sense now. I'm always asking myself, why? Why the blue hair? Why the nose piercings? Why? Why do they all look like this? Why are they all horrendous? In and out. This might explain it.
I'm not really one to trust the science, but there's this new scientific study that actually says conservative women are more attractive than liberal women, which this is something we've known all along. I mean, just look at conservative women versus liberal women. We're way more happier statistically. In Denmark, they collected over 4,000 images of politicians across the nation and narrowed it down to 1,200 women, and they used AI and machine learning to scan these images and be able to decipher what political party each of these women identify as based off of how they look. And it was determined that conservative women were all around more attractive than the liberal women. And I think it's really cool how science has out evolved to be able to identify based off of your facial structures and how attractive you are all aligns with your political beliefs. Look at the Women's March in DC, or is it even a women's march? Do liberals even know what a woman is?
Your ex-girlfriend a man.
They don't shave their armpits either. But compare that to the pro-life march that also happens in DC, and you tell me which one has more attractive women. For years, feminists have been lying to women, have been medicating for anxiety and depression, which then leads to them being unhappier, which then leads to them being less desirable and more unattractive. Also, liberal women are way less likely to get married when they're younger, and 30% of liberal white women also have a mental health diagnosis.
Have you ever had the blues?
I think to myself, okay, let's say that I think that capitalism is the root of all evil, socialism is the only thing that's going to save us. If I think that SSRIs, antidepressants, and anxiety medications are the only thing that are getting me through the day, and that the world is just ending because of climate change, I mean, I'd probably be completely unhappy too. And by being unhappy, I would have these mental health conditions, which, yeah, would lead to me being way less attractive than a conservative woman who is living a purposeful life, who is happy, who desires marriage, who isn't hooked on drugs and seeing psychiatrists every single week. The coolest thing that I find about this study is that it was done in Denmark among just thousands of politicians, and an AI machine learning platform was able to detect the physiognomy of every single one of these people. Now, what is physiognomy, you ask? It's the study in being able to identify someone's character traits and now political beliefs based off of solely somebody's appearance. So the next time you're looking in the streets, you look to your right and you see someone who's less attractive, they're probably a liberal.
He got cooked!
Also, what I find interesting is health and wellness, well-being. Do liberal women work out nearly as much as conservative women? I mean, we do know that the more that you work out, your endorphins are released, the happier that you're going to be in life. Conservatives inherently and internally are just way more happy with themselves and don't feel like they need to change the rest of the world around them to enable them to be happy, whereas liberal women do. Also, I don't know about you, but I don't really think a nose ring is that attractive. And I really only see that with mostly liberal women. They've got mostly tattoos, the body modifications. Largely, liberal women are trying to defy the social standards, the beauty standards put on. I mean, now if you look on a magazine, all of a sudden, obesity and fatness is beautiful, which is not just unhealthy, it's just untrue. I don't know if y'all are gonna like this one, but I've got a hot take. Liberal women are intentionally being undesirable and unattractive because they hate the patriarchy and they hate the entire standard that ever said that men are ever going to amount to anything and do anything for them. So they make themselves completely undesirable so no man wants to touch them. And if you think about it, lesbian women are largely liberals. I personally don't know many lesbians who aren't liberals. They think men are the root of all evil, the patriarchy sucks, and the whole reason that we're in this situation that they hate is because of cis white men.
I'm sorry.
I'm so oozes.
So a lot of us go out in society and we talk about the gaydar. You know, whenever you look at someone, you can tell if they're gay based off of a conversation. You look at a liberal woman and you know they got the purple hair, they're probably a little bit overweight, but you automatically know their political beliefs just by looking at them, while conservative women are more kept. They wear dresses, their makeup and eyeliner doesn't look like they're emo. So I think when we're out in society, we just look at someone, we can determine their political beliefs, and AI is now telling us for us. Honestly, I don't even think we needed this study in the first place. These are things that we've known all along. But liberals, you guys love to trust the science. So PSA, when you read this article, go ahead. You can now shave your armpits. You don't have to hate yourself. You can go work out in the gym, and I promise you, you will live a way more happy and fulfilling life.
Okay. I have to apologize. Only because the study explains a lot to me. I get it. I'm not no genius. I have common sense. But there are exceptions. Just saying. There are exceptions where there's a conservative woman who, I guess, you can be fooled into thinking they're a liberal. Not a perfect world. I mean, come on. No one's perfect. I'm just saying. I'm not. Damn close. I'm just saying. 54. Yeah, but I'm just saying. Anyway, Laura Ingraham. But it's crazy though when you think about it. It really is. I mean, there are a few, like I said, exceptions on both sides. So apologies to misidentifying you as a liberal if you're not, and you look that way. I'm sorry. I really am. On the other hand, there are a few decent-looking liberal, hate saying that, on the other side. Example, AOC can look okay, but her mouth and her teeth just make her look like a horse. And her mind kills it. Maybe one or two other ones. But not many. Not many. And of course, you got those who think they're women. Not conservative. Just saying. We know what a woman is. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, you imagine that shit? That was 16 years ago. I got one from 8 years ago. Let me find it. I want to make sure I get the right video. Yes, this one's probably 8 years ago, I think. Check this out. Things don't change much. Just saying.
Understand it. I'm a fucking bandit.
You can fuck with me if you wanted to. These is red powders, these is blood shoes. I can get them up, I don't want it to. But I'm get a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move.
Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not, yes, I am. I mean, picture says 1,000 words. Morning, Michelle. What's that say? Oh, I'm just saying. Picture says 1,000 words, and those say a lot. A lot. Just saying. Anyway. It can go both ways. It can go to conservative men too. And liberal men. I mean, at least liberal men don't know what a woman is. I don't know. Vote for Kamala. Drive a Prius. Not that there's anything wrong with the Prius. Don't like guns. Vote for Kamala. Did I say that? And record themselves losing their shit. Yeah. Anyway, conservative men, on the other hand, I mean, let's be real. RFK Jr. was a Democrat, not a liberal. Where's he at now? Working for the best president ever. Just saying. Then, of course, we got a lot of badasses on our side. So don't F with us. F-A-E-F-O. I'm just saying. So, another stupid week. This is kind of one of the examples I like to give, especially when talking about what I'm talking about today. Not just physically, emotionally, mentally. That study that you just saw. Yeah.
Think you're one of the good white people? Here are 5 things you still say that are actually racist. Number 1, my family didn't own anybody. My family didn't enslave anyone. A lot of white families didn't, but we still benefit from it. Even today, white families hold 8 times the wealth that black families do, and this is no coincidence. Number 2, I voted for Obama. Okay, congratulations. Racism didn't end in 2008. Simply shapeshifted. Also, if you haven't noticed, we literally have a fascist in office right now. Number 3, not to play devil's advocate, but what? There is quite literally no reason to defend racism in any way, shape, or form, so just completely eliminate this from your vocabulary. Number 4, but black on black crime. This is a distraction so that you do not focus on systemic violence. Do you know why the first police patrol was founded? To literally capture black people and drag them back to their kidnappers and their oppressors. So yeah. Yes, we still see the effects of that today. And number 5, why can't we all just get along? I used to think this phrase was neutral, but realized it is an attempt to silence black voices and to protect white comfort. We can't all get along because the system is inherently corrupt. As white people, we can either get defensive or we can hold ourselves accountable. Peace and love.
I don't have any hope. And I'm sorry. I should be getting on here with a message of coming from strength and vigor and resolve. And like, I don't have any hope for our future, you guys. And I'm so sorry for anybody who has to live like this and know that they're related to people like this. You know, it's like, I was saying to someone earlier today, like, at least with my mom, I can send her that stuff. And she voted for him, you know, but she'll write back and be like, oh my God, that's disturbing. That's awful, you know. And it's like, at least, and I know the words are hollow. Trust me, I know. But at least there's like some type of validation, you know, like she was disgusted at like the East Wing being knocked out and demolished this week. And it's like, nothing will ever be enough for these people. They will. They're gonna do it. They've done it. We don't live in a functioning democracy right now. We have a president behaving like a tyrant, like a tyrannical dictator. And they're cheering him on. And I know I've heard, you know, some rumblings about some farmers who are starting to come around. And I get that, like, there are some people who are starting to wake up, but not enough of them. And I'm sorry, because I'm now realizing that the purpose of this video is so selfish. It's to come on here and, like, grieve publicly, process this publicly, because I have that privilege of, like, some people who follow me on here and actually care about my videos and what I have to say. So I hope it doesn't come off as selfish as I think it might. I want to grieve in front of all of you and let you know that, like, if you just have a day where you can't go to work and you can't go to the grocery store and just put on the brave face and do all the things, and if you have 5 minutes or you just want to cry, you don't fucking do it, guys. We are here, and it's gonna get so much goddamn worse before it gets better.
Crazy.
And I'm just so sorry for us.
Trump, everybody who voted for them, family members included, f*** you. What they don't realize, because it doesn't affect them, people should just work harder, is that $9 billion worth of SNAP food benefits really is taking away from the economy. That's $9 billion that's not going to the stores, and it's not going to its employees, and it's not going to the trucks, and it's not going to the farmers, and it's not going to, do you see what I'm talking about? And for every dollar of SNAP benefits that is purchased, adds another $1.50 of non-food benefit money being put back into the economy. So really, that's more like 12 to 14 billion dollars that he just took out of our economy.
Can you believe some people are so brainwashed that they don't believe humans deserve like healthcare and water and food and shelter as an inherent right? And actually, it's not just some people, it's so many people. Like, I will see people complaining about capitalism or the fact that they have to work an hour to afford like a little treat, or they have to work 3 jobs to afford to live. And the comments will just be like, well, you know, you don't have to enjoy life by like treating yourself to things, like that's not necessary. That's actually a choice you're making, and that's why you're poor and stupid. Sue me if I don't think that you should have to like destroy yourself and work super extremely hard to be able to survive. And yeah, humans were built for survival. There was a time when we were cavemen, and with the technology that we have now, with the modern tools, there just simply is no reason for shit to be like this. And I think that people are starting to realize that more than ever, and I just hope we keep going, because you deserve food and water and stuff.
You notice the hair? Honestly, the one in the car that was crying about dropping her fresh right, I mean, for food stamps, the blue hair would have fit in just right. I mean, most of them would have. It's like an identification thing. What you think? For real? You don't think? Just saying. But yeah, like I was saying, now, could you imagine if dudes, like real dudes, not just the ones that think they're women and want you to call them woman, even though they have a penis, because, you know, if you have a penis, you're not from Venus. Sort of like the other saying. I'm not going to say it right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Could you imagine liberal men, like outright men, dyeing their hairs blue and purple? They should. They kind of fall into the same category. Or they're taking advantage of the women, two genders that do dye their hair. I'm just saying, it's a mental F up. They're evil. They're stupid. And I don't know what else to say. But, you know, I hope this enlightened you some, because I've always said, why is this so true? You know, and the funny thing about it is, there were several ex-liberals that were hot, that are no longer liberal. C'est la vie. It is what it is. I wonder why. Just saying. It's a fact. Look it up. I'm just saying. But anyway, as I was saying, it is what it is. Thanks for watching. I think I have, let me make sure I don't have any other videos, because today was going to be kind of short. I have to be at work a little earlier. And, you know, I don't have to spend an hour talking about this, but it's kind of hilarious. Let me see. I think that was it. It was. I do have to, the outro is going to have my version of the other 2 videos. So it's more recent. There are some I didn't mention, but the ones that I do on both sides are ones that have been talked about a lot lately. There is one I should have put in there. I think, did I? I think I did. Maybe I did. Oh, no, I did. as far as the conservative side. But there are more. There are plenty more on the conservative side that would fit in what I'm talking about today. And then there are several on the liberal side. But I didn't want to make it too long because it's part of the outro. But check out my outro. Check out my comparison before I say adieu. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. The 2 or 3 that watch me. Thanks, Michelle. As always, love you. I'm glad to have you here every day. Faithful viewer. Stay true to the way, white, and blue. Did I already say that? I don't remember. Not blue hair. Just saying. And you already know, streaming on Tress, Facebook. Yes, we know. YouTube, ScrewTube. And on Rumble. You don't have Rumble? Shame on you. Download a great app to have, own, and run by conservatives. They don't pay me for this. I just like to share shit. Nobody pays me for this. I actually pay to stream to you guys. So if you can help the channel out, please do so. It would be highly appreciated. Anything, even if it's just enough for a coffee. I'm just saying. It is what it is. So I'm going to say adieu. Get ready. Probably upload this video to my account, to my computer. And then let me get ready to get out of here. And then, of course, go to work and upload it to TikTok. I'm surprised yesterday it wasn't deleted or censored or whatever it may be, because every time I post a video that I have on here for my live, somehow it censors it. I got to appeal it, and I got to finally goes through. Not all the time, but sometimes the appeal goes through. But anyways, I was saying, have a great day. Check this out, my version. Yes, there are some I didn't put in here. I'm sure you can figure that out yourself. But this is it. Just saying. You already know. Ladies, check this out.